What's up guys? We're back again with a new meta monster. The best players in Clash Royale have quickly adapted to the new balance changes, figuring out the best cards and the most effective ways of using them. Archers are substantially stronger than expected and they hit fast. They feel like mini archer queens, especially when you have tanks for them, and in this deck, you're even able to raise them up, so they can tap even more towers. The split lane pressure with recruits and archers allow you a ton of opportunities to pick whichever side you want to spam. And when you go in with the monk tanking for your archers and balloon that's raged up, it's pretty easy to win. The monk will reflect back fireballs, snowballs, and any spell that your opponent tries to desperately block your balloon back with. Meanwhile, protecting your precious angry archers from barbarian barrels and logs. If you don't have monk, use lumberjack instead and remove the rage and snowball to put in arrows and freeze. It's time to rage right through and assert dominance. Lots of love to everyone that's using credit code SirTag to support the channel. All right, we got a game against Richard from Team Mexico. So we're just gonna wait and see what he's gonna do. Ooh, if he's gonna give us free goblins, that's essentially a 3 elixir monk. It's essentially half off. So that monk is about to monk on top of the tower. You guys know how the monk does. Unfortunately, I have to click the ability a little bit faster so we can finish off the minions, but we're getting a pretty good trade. He also has heal spirit, interestingly enough, and he dropped it right on top of the monk, trying to heal up the monk, or maybe trying to heal up the minions, which were definitely dead. So we're in a good spot. Looking at Musketeer and Night Witch, not a deck that I've ever really seen before. I think it might be a giant miner deck. If I had to guess, I think it's going to be giant miner. So if he's going to have minions out of cycle, it will be in my best interest to go and apply aggression with the balloon in the left-hand side. If he gets back to minions, we can use our rage and finish them off with the archer. Wait, archer, you're popping off right now. You're showing us your strength. Doesn't that hit so fast? Especially when raged up? That just doesn't feel fair. That's bonkers that we bonked the tower with the balloon and took it all the way down to like 500 HP. So I think that all I need to do is go in for one more good balloon push. But you guys can see the strength of archers when raged up is pretty crazy. He's going to have Golem. Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought it was going to be giant with miner because you had all these flimsy bait cards that would get tanked for by 2 tanks. But no, you're running something different out here. You're a wild child. So it's pretty important for us to go in for the Phoenix in the same side and prioritize defending here. Unfortunately, it looks like our monk is going to fall, but it's not going to be that bad for me. As long as we're able to kill all of the bats and activate King Tower with the Fisherman, because our opponent already allocated his zap, it's going to be pretty much impossible for him to, reset the Fisherman here. There's no way that you're going to stop the Fisherman from doing its Fisherman stuff. No, I don't think it's going to get respawned. Oh, I thought that the Rage was going to kill the minions just quick enough to respawn on my side, but didn't work out. I guess the minions just attack so fast right now. It's crazy. I'm going to go in for a monk, and then I want to go in for archers as well. I just want to be extremely annoying right now, because the monk is going to blast back any high damage card like the mini P.E.K.K.A, and then I can go and click the monk ability. If he goes in for a musketeer, it should target the wrong thing. Yo, the musketeer is damaging itself down. That's what I'm talking about, baby. We know he's going to go in for minions here, so I want to go in for a snowball, and then I also want to go in for a rage as well if possible. That'd be awesome if we can get the balloon connection. Just one balloon hit. That's what I need, baby. And we walk away with one of the most dominant victories I've had in a while. So if you guys don't want to lose to Golem decks, or you don't want to lose to Bridge Spam, when you have rare recruits, it's going to keep you safe. The Fisherman will activate King Tower. Meanwhile, you're able to go in for a monstrous offensive push with your Balloon, Archers, and Rage to finish off any anti-air cards that they have available. Ridiculously easy match, and the guy left the game. He did not want to play anymore. Let's go. Don Justin finished 596 in the world, so he's going to be a pretty good player. Definitely want to see what he's up to. If I go for a giant snowball, a lot of times people will go and spam some elixir because they're going to be up a little bit. He's going to go for skeletons in the back, so he's not going to be throwing too much at us. So I'm going to go for monk on the same side as the ice golem. Typically when we see this, it's either going to be a balloon deck or a fast cycle deck, whether it's going to be with miner or hog rider, and he is telegraphing the fact that he's going to end up having a hog rider deck. I mean, it could also end up being an expo deck usually if you see, an ice golem, but most of the time they're going to be running knight instead with expo. Okay, so it's important for us to go for a balloon in the left-hand side because it's going to be able to bypass the cannon. And we should be able to even kill the cannon with the monk. Oh, that was... Oh! He didn't expect me to do that because it was out of the range of the cannon. He really didn't think I was going to click the monk ability. But I didn't expect him to go for skeletons to pull it out of range of the cannon. Wow, that was incredible for us. He's already calling good game. Is this how this deck works against top 500 players in the world? You just get one good interaction with one juicy, like, fireball bounce back, and then it's GG? I mean, we can activate King Tower quite nicely with this Fisherman on top of the Hog Rider, and then unlike a cannon, you're able to cannonball with units back at your opponent. He's just gonna fireball the King Tower and give up. He sees the Royal Recruits and he's like, yeah, I don't have elixir to defend that. Get me out of this game. So if you can make good players get tilted by this deck, I mean, that's just a double thumbs up for me, and we'll bounce on next one. When you're playing ladder early season and you're trying to rush up the ranks, this is the perfect deck to do it. Hey, we got a game against Abraham Lincoln. Wow, one of our fearless leaders. He is probably going to be running some archaic deck. What is he going to do? Run an army of archers with skeletons and maybe a knight in there? We'll have to wait and see. I'm just going to go in for Phoenix in the same side as his Electro Wizard. Not necessarily the best start for us, but we can go and pull his Electro Wizard with their Fisher Boy. Then we're dropping 7 elixir. He's dropping 4. Oh, no, he's got a P.E.K.K.A. Okay, so as long as we can kill the Electro Wizard, the Phoenix should be able to finish everything off. I do want to go for archers here just to prioritize pulling the P.E.K.K.A. and hopefully it dies to the Phoenix before it touches one of my archers. Oh, let's go. And now the Phoenix is going to tread ahead because the Phoenix dying first will be great, since then we can keep everything alive with our Monk. If we can drop our Monk ability, we can maybe reflect back the Baby Dragon shot so it can't target the Phoenix Egg. Oh, the Barbarrel got bounced back too. He wasn't ready, but he had to do it to kill the Phoenix Egg. I guess he could have stopped the Barbarian Barrel right before it hits the Monk, but it's so hard to do, right? Like, you'd have to meticulously craft the right position for that. I don't think he's in a position to be in a good spot in this game because we have a balloon raged up on his 3 crown. Are you dead right now? I'm pretty sure with the raged up level 13 Phoenix on your 3 crown, you are probably done. GG, it was a ton of fun, and that just shows winning the game without any tower damage and 3 crowning your opponent before double elixir, this deck is dominant. We went ham against Abraham Lincoln and beat one of the best presidents in history. Maybe this deck will get solidified in history too. All right, so getting into the game, the guy's already going for a Hog Rider Ice Golem push. Wow, seriously? This is how you want to play the game? Not even knowing what I'm running and you're dropping 6 elixir? Nope, you're gonna go drop your full 10 elixir bar with the fireball. Okay, so I'm gonna go for a balloon here because a lot of times, like, this will be 2.6 Hog Rider, and if they go for a cannon, we can kill the cannon quickly with a Monk ability, and then because he doesn't have Fireball, he can't really do anything besides drop a Musketeer. And the Musketeer will not be able to kill my balloon quick enough, bro. So that is going to be 2 tower shots for sure, putting us in an advantageous position because we also blast back your Musketeer too. So cool stuff. I love seeing that. I could go for a snowball. I'm a little bit hesitant of doing this, but I'm going to go for a Phoenix instead. And the reason why I decided to go for a Phoenix, it'll give us more counter pressure. If he goes in for skeletons or Ice Spirit, we can snipe it with archers. I thought he would. I thought he would try to, like, you know, pull back the Phoenix for an optimal elixir trade by only dropping, like, a measly 1 elixir cost card. Wait, the archer still got a shot on the tower, even though he decided to log. See, this is what I'm talking about. There's these type of interactions that you haven't been familiar with that give you great trades. As long as it doesn't waste itself on an Ice Spirit, we activate King Tower here. Nice. We'll take that. We'll take that. And then we can catapult more stuff at you right at the river. So I'm going to go for recruits. And, ooh, never mind. I'm just going to go in for another Monk, and then I'm going to go and blast you with a balloon. Every time you preemptively set up a cannon, I don't think that's the play, my dude. Ooh, wait, that was great goblins. If you hadn't done those goblins, then you would have been in a much worse spot. Also an interesting fireball, because now we're able to knock the Musketeer, blast the cannon, and get some tower shots back in your face too. Great position for us to be in, because we can go for a Phoenix and then an... Oh, I guess he wasn't going to go for a Hog Rider. I was going to say Phoenix and Snowball to counter the Hog Rider, but he decided not to do that. We just slow roll Royal Recruits in the back, but then I wouldn't have enough elixir for the Snowball, so I'm going to go for a Phoenix instead. If I slow roll a Phoenix, then I'll have enough elixir for the Royal Recruits in front of the Hog Rider, and I think that's going to be a bit better, because if I drop my Royal Recruits in the back, I don't think they get up fast enough to finish off the Hog Rider in time. They are very slow and methodical sirs. I'm going to go in for a Fisherman here so we can yoink ourselves on top of the cannon. Then I'm going to go in for a Monk. He's probably going to Fireball, so I want to go and click our Monk ability before we go in for the balloon. I'm really expecting him to go for a Fireball. He decides not to do it. I wanted to blast back another Fireball in this guy's face. Jeez, that would have been so nice for us. Now we're in a pretty bad spot because I'm pretty sure that the Musketeer is able to kill the balloon, so I did make a slight misplay there. Maybe the archers can dig me out of this horrible hole. He's going to Fireball on top of the archers, so he's spending a lot of elixir here. Okay, need to go for a Fisherman first. Then I need to go in for a Monk. He's going to go in for Goblins to stop this, so I can't go and click the ability just yet. Okay, he's going to go Ice Golem. All right, all right, all right. This game is really coming down to the wire. Please make it work. We're going to go for the Monk ability. We should be able to blast everything back with the Snowball and Archers. Maybe we're able to fully counter the Hog Rider. He's going to Fireball on defense instead of offense, and the Hog Rider got shut down by a Snowball and Archers? What? Are you joking right now? That is unbelievably unfair. I dropped archers and snowball late and it fully countered a Hog Rider. That's an interaction that would have never happened before the balance changes. After the archers buff, you can really rely on them. Super strong on defense, and they strong-armed our opponent to give us the win. Wait, this guy finished top ladder, 300 in the world and 500, so he's gonna be a very good player. Let's see what challenge you have in store for me, sir. So I can go for Monk, but generally I don't want to do that against a good player because if he punishes me other side and I'm down 5 elixir, maybe one of my best tanks, it could be problematic. I definitely can't cycle Royal Recruits in the back. It's just really risky. If they spam at the same time, your Royal Recruits don't catch up to your tower to protect it in time. If I cycle, my Phoenix, it's a really bad play because if I don't have another anti-air card, just can't do it. So I gotta go for the Rage and see what he's gonna do. Please cycle some stuff into me. We are playing very safely in this matchup. All right, it seems like you might have a Golem deck or a Graveyard Freeze deck, so I am going to cycle my Monk reluctantly in the back, and then hopefully activate King Tower with our Fisherman depending on what we're playing against here. So the guy is going to showcase a Phoenix. So Phoenix, reluctancy of cycling either Graveyard or Golem, or maybe Electro Giant. Those are the 3 cards that I have in my brain. Ooh, Fisherman. So now it could also be introduced in a Royal Giant into the mix, potentially. We'll have to wait and see. If we're playing against RG, it is generally a good matchup for me. Because if he's got lightning, well, he doesn't have as much splash damage as he needs to break through our recruits. So hopefully it's going to be Royal Giant Lightning. That is the matchup I want out of everything right now. Okay, Zappies are a little bit scary because obviously I don't have Fireball. So even if it is Royal Giant Lightning, now it is not necessarily the matchup I wanted. I'm going to go for a Fisherman a little bit early to go and pull the Skeleton King before he's ready to unleash the ability. And maybe we're able to kill it with the archers quick. Okay, so he's going to have arrows with Skeleton King and Zappies. Could be Graveyard Freeze or it's going to be Royal Giant. It's going to be one of those 2 decks. So what can we do? And the reason why I'm saying Graveyard Freeze is because Graveyard with Poison never runs arrows. All right, what do we do? Do we want to go for like a Phoenix here? Do we want to go for Balloon? I think we just roll with what we got and go in for a Phoenix to counter the Giant Skeleton so it can't get on top of my tower. That would explode on my tower if I hadn't went for the Phoenix, so it's just not worth the risk. Okay, so if I snowball here, it doesn't really give me anything. I can maybe balloon other side, but we know that he's going to end up having Zappies back in cycle, so that would be a catastrophic misplay. Always adjust your opponent's card cycle so you don't get messed up by their spam. I'm going to go in for a Fisherman in the other side just to be able to pull the Skeleton King into both towers, so we have that closer in proximity to finish it off a little bit faster. And then the Zappies are split, so I don't think he has a good answer to this unless he Fireballs. But I don't think he would Fireball into a Monk, right? Would anyone ever do that? I don't know. You'd have to be one wild child. Yo, the Monk is tanking for the Balloon, and we are going to be able to snowball back his Phoenix? Jeez, look at that damage I'm getting right now. He hasn't even been able to go in for his win condition once. We won't even know what it is. We were able to keep up a really good defense for the entire game, so he wasn't able to ever have any opportunities of going in with his Graveyard Freeze. And at the last second, it won't matter because I can just snowball and bounce everything back. If he gets away with the freeze at the end, I can just go in for archers and finish it off. And yeah, this deck is dominant. Even against a top 500 player in the world, we were able to crush him, and it wasn't even a problem. As long as you play this deck safely and don't mess around, you'll be able to mess up some of the best players in the world. That guy finished 500 in the world last season with 3,000 medals, so he was substantially better than me. It's cool that this deck can carry you to the point that even top-level pro players have no opportunity to ever go on offense. So this guy isn't cycling anything at all. It is what it is. Ooh, Golden Knight, right when I say that. That's awesome. That's a great present, bro. Delivering the golden present right now that we can trounce with our bird. So that's going to be a 4-for-4 trade. Not too bad for me. When I see a fly machine, it'll probably be Royal Recruits. I think it's going to be Royal Recruits Goblin Cage with Royal Hogs. Almost certainly. Let's go for our own Royal Recruits at the river so that we protect our Phoenix egg. Please don't Barbarill or log or do anything to kill it. Wow, that was literally 5 elixir, bro. What are you doing? You dropped like a tornado in the sap to kill that Phoenix egg. He really hates Phoenix or something. Okay, all right. That's a ton of damage on both sides. So I'm not going to get greedy when I'm up a bit of damage. We're not going to go and spam him like a savage. Oh, wow. This is not the deck that I thought I was playing against at all. Okay, Tornado Zap with Golem. You know the good thing about this? If I get back to a Fisherman, he won't have Zap back in cycle to reset the Fisherman from activating King Tower. So we might be in a prime position to pull off this heist. Let's go, baby. Fisher boy, do your thing. Okay, so it will activate King Tower despite the Golem trying to get knocked out. What the heck just happened? I'm a little bit scared. I don't like this at all. We somehow pushed it out of the way and then targeted the mini P.E.K.K.A. Monk, you mess everything up, bro. What are you trying to do right now? You're trying to make me lose? I'm in the worst position I've been in all day. Like, legitimately, this is the scariest situation in a matchup that I think I have an amazing matchup in. So let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can bounce our way back into the game. Let's go for a snowball in the fly machine to guarantee that we at least get one shot. And we're in a tragic position. It might even be better for me to sacrifice my tower at 77 HP. Probably not worth keeping alive. Holy heck, man. What am I playing into right now? Okay, so we have to devise a way to come back. He'll probably go in for a golem in the back, so let's go recruit to make the prediction. Nice. That's step one to success. Now he's going to go for like a mini P.E.K.K.A most likely, so we got to go for Phoenix in the right-hand side to get more damage. I forgot he's a golem player and he doesn't want to defend. Okay. All right. I see you, sir. I understand your predicament, and I understand why you do this. You don't know anything different, much like me when I play golem. It is the best play in some situations. I'm going to go in for a rage, try to knock everything back, and then try to get a big bird in his face. If I can get the bird to finish off his prince and it doesn't get a charge, that would be optimal. I want to go in for a fisherman here so that his Phoenix doesn't target onto my egg. Why is my fisherman dumb? Why did he go towards the golem instead of just locking onto the thing closer to it? That Phoenix egg was right in front, and he decided, no, not today, Jake. He wants me to lose. I can see him. He's a vicious man. Holy heck. All right, we got to go in for another recruits, and because his Phoenix is out of cycle and also his fly machine is out of cycle, yes, I've memorized this card cycle. We can go for a balloon in the right-hand side, and I think we can take our value to the moon. Balloon to the moon. You guys know how it is. You guys know what we do out here. Balloon to the moon is the only way that we know how to play. He's going to go for the tornado, but he's going to get left in dismay because there is nothing else for him to do. GG and well played. The birthday bash with the balloon ended up giving us a surprise present and a monstrous comeback in that game. Like, subscribe for more daily videos, and have an incredible rest for your day.